Mount St. Dominic's Academy of Caldwell at the West Orange Mountaineers girls varsity lacrosse on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it for free. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Makayaton touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Volusia wins it. The championship.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Suriano Field in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. It's an Essex County, New Jersey Interscholastic Girls Lacrosse League matchup between the hosting West Orange Mountaineers, coming to this one with a record of 4-5, and the 7-5 Mount St. Dominic's Academy Lady Lions. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Ryan Lowy. Today I'm joined on camera with Jacob Gorin. It is a windy and chilly day that was supposed to be just 70 degrees here in West Orange. We're looking forward to some good weather, but we're up here in this press box, a little cold, but ready to see a very competitive lacrosse game. West Orange are looking to try and get themselves back to the 500 sliver mark, while Mount St. Dominic are trying to continue that up and down season and continue to propel it up as far as possible. This is game number 13 for the Mount St. Dominic's Academy Lions. Last year they had a record of 6-13, and for West Orange, the program has not been around for that long, but this year they're coming in with a 4-5 record. Mount St. Dominic's Academy is coming in off of a first-round loss against Columbia of South Orange and Maplewood, a regional school, in the first round of the girls varsity lacrosse Essex County tournament. And on the other side, also losing in the first round just a couple days ago with the girls varsity Essex County tournament, are the West Orange Mountaineers. So we're going to step aside. Stay tuned. Coming up, we have girls lacrosse in Essex County on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Face off next.
Right up the middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. This guy, and he keep going, and he
the ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown.
Short punt, bounces at the 35, fielded at the 40 by Quick, out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back, he's in for a touchdown.
Swing pass in the flat.
If he gets to the corner, he's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Good job, block. Third down and 17, a handoff, getting to the outside. There's a hole, there's a first down, and all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMIC for a division championship.
Welcome back to Suriano Field in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. My name is Ryan Lowy on the mic today solo, and I will be joined with Jacob Gorin on camera. And well, Jacob can hear me, but not everyone else can. It's almost like football season being back here at Suriano Field for West Orange. Now we have some girls lacrosse, and we also host a lot of other athletics like track and field here in West Orange, as we are very excited for the first drop of the face, as I would call it, or of today's lacrosse matchup between Mount St. Dominic's Academy and the West Orange Mountaineers. Face-off from the West Orange logo in the dead center. Again, a little chilly today, roughly 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking at a lot of wind, making it feel like it's less than that as we are getting ready for starting face-off. Couple injuries to report for you for West Orange. Mount St. Dominic, about 2 or 3 girls unable to play today. And, of course, for West Orange, we have 3 players out for injury and 1 out sick as well, as we're getting ready for the first face-off of the game from the center here in Suriano Field. The refs are ready. They're confirming now with both teams that we're ready to go. Mount St. Dominic is ready. The hosts of West Orange are ready here at Suriano Field. And now with the first face-off of the ball game. Let's play lacrosse. As we'd like to thank you for joining us today here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network this Tuesday afternoon. We got a lot coming for you this week, as tomorrow we have a lot of baseball evolving around West Orange as well. Have some good West Orange softball for you on tap, as D1 Media Pro is home to all West Orange athletics on the NFHS Network to be live streamed. The NFHS Network, the official way to watch all high school sporting events nationwide. So Mount St. Dominic's will control now. They will now try and swing it around up at the top key. From far side, moving around is Erin Murphy, and back up to the key now to Brooke Matias. Matias at the football 15. 25-minute running clock halves we have here. at the girls varsity lacrosse level. We see 30-minute halves at the collegiate level for Division I, Division II, Division III JUCO and NAIA, as there's a pass inside and we have a whistle to blow that one dead. Was saved anyway. In net for the West Orange Mountaineers is number 45, Antonia Cambolis. So here is the play resume coming from the Lions off the ensuing whistle as we get right back into it. And this first shot is saved by Cambolis and picked up with the stick. Scooped up just brilliantly. And Mount St. Dominic's could not capitalize on the first opportunity. Here come the West Orange Mountaineers. They're under new head coach David Perez, who is the assistant coach of the program, which just kick-started itself 4 years ago. Here comes the West Orange Mountaineers. And going down now with a whistle. We'll now have a free pass for the Mountaineers. Back in we go as it's passed on far side. Here's Zoe McSharry. 23 minutes dead left to play here in the first half. Ryan Lowy on the call on the D1 Media Preparation, the NFHSNetwork. This pass is too strong. And now Mount St. Dominic's Academy will take over on the scoop. Up the field, here comes Palumbo. She's got a lot of turf to roll on through. She's not being challenged. She's able to connect on inside. There's a 1-2 pass connection, and the finish denied by the defensive line. A great defensive effort there by the West Orange Mountaineers. Still in the back, we see a wraparound shot that will fit into the back of the net for a Mount St. Dominic's Academy goal. They will take a 1-0 lead. An excellent finish there, as they will take the first goal of the ball game. 1-0 Mount St. Dominic's Academy. Remember, the clock stops on all goals. Mount St. Dominic out of Caldwell. In-town foes of James Caldwell High School and West Essex. Head coach for them is Mike Wepper, who is also a coach for Livingston Youth Lacrosse and Center Court Lacrosse. And a delay for the second face-off of the game. To get us right back into it, it's 1-0, Mount St. Dominic. As they enter this one on top of the scoreboard. Here comes West Orange. They're now going to try and respond. Here's an opportunity for Meisner, the biggest number on the roster, but it will be scooped up by Mount St. Dominic and now taken across the other side. Here's Erin Murphy. Murphy charges, avoids a hit. Down the turf she goes. She's challenged at the back. She curves on in. Murphy will let one rip. And it is denied in net. Just brilliantly by Meisner. Meisner was number 45. And she's now trying to find help. Chucks one on up. In the air. And we have whistles coming in of a possible foul here for West Orange. Senior Dylan Wilkes leads the team with 40 goals and 13 assists. And Stephanie Andrand is usually their starting goalkeeper. Unfortunately, she is injured and is not eligible to play today. Here up the field now comes West Orange. They will take their time. Pass connection on inside, slithering around, trying to find a finish. Backing on out, curving and turning is Lassiter. And whistles come in as she goes down for a foul. Lassiter inside the blue crease. She will now get an opportunity to tie this game up for West Orange. 20:21 is left to go on the clock, in which we will wait for the clock to catch up to ours. So Skylar Lassiter, off the whistle, will drive on in, and she will pump one off the post and the crossbar. And this is now taken away by Mount St. Dominic's Academy. Here they come on the turnaround. Here is number 9, Ali Palumbo. Up the turf she comes. Finds options as she curves around the net. A pass connection inside and a finish right over the keeper for a Mount St. Dominic's Academy goal. That one, Liana Gumpel. And it's 2-0. Mount St. Dominic. Well, on the boys' front, West Orange is having a 4-5 start to the year under their new head coach. Last year, they had a solid start to the season, going undefeated in 6 games before finally seeing a loss and going to 8-2. This year, they see themselves within the same division That is the West Orange lacrosse front. On the baseball front for West Orange, after a COVID shutdown, the team is back with a 4-6 record in 10 games. Tomorrow they will be at the neighboring Livingston Lancers, right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network, in which you can tune in as whistles come in and blow this face-off short. Ryan Lowy and Jacob Gorin on the broadcast today on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. It is a chilly day here in West Orange. Supposedly 70 degrees, but the wind knocks that one down quite heavily. And the ensuing face-off gets us going once again. As we're just about 4 minutes into this one, here comes West Orange, and a whistle comes in immediately to slow dead in Brooke Meisner's tracks. And we will get going once again as Meisner tosses it on in. Driving on in with an opportunity here for West Orange is number 13, Dylan Wilkes. Wilkes leads the program. The senior curls around behind the net. She's going to try and find an entrance as the wind picks up here in West Orange. Wilkes takes her time as she's lightly contested in the West Orange football end zone line. No help is coming, so time will just continue to run here in West Orange. Under 20 left to play as Wilkes curls on in around two. She'll try and fake a turn. And she still has the ball as she gives it away, and it's swung on around. Over to Lassiter. And Lassiter on over to Fields. 1-2 back to Lassiter. Back to the key with Nia McKinney. And right back on out to the front. Zoe McShay. A toss up to Wilkes. And Wilkes will take her time. A reset now for West Orange. We're hearing new head coach David Perez, who is also a history teacher. Shout out some play opportunities. We were talking with him earlier before this game, and he said he's very happy. He said the team is young and the team has a lot of talent coming off of a struggling season last year. Zoe McSherry, the freshman attacker, one of the younger key pieces to this team that found herself in the starting lineup today. She's pit-pocketed. And whistles come on in for a cross-check. And now here comes Mount up the turf. De Silva finds help up to the key. Aaron Brown curls on in. She wears number 6. Back on out. Patience called now for the Mount as there's a 1-2 that fits into the back of the net for a for a Mount St. Dominic's Academy goal. They take a 3-0 lead, and they're up early with 18:51 now left to play. Little easy finish there, credit to Kira Bevilacqua. And it is an early lead for the Mount, 3-0, just 5 minutes into this one. Remember, JV to follow here in West Orange. It's coming up next at 5:30 between the Mount and West Orange. Both JV programs, the future and the cornerstone of a successful program at the public school and private school level. Mount St. Dominic's a non-public program, and of course West Orange entering Group 4 this year for playoff events, in which Coach Perez says he has no doubt the team will be participating in come the 1st of June. Back in we go, 18:50. Scooped on up. And now here comes the Mount up the field. Time and a drive. Curling on in. Trying to finish and punching one on into the back of the net is Mount St. Dominic's Academy once again for another big goal. This one is Erin Murphy. And the Mount is feasting on the Mountaineers. A 4-0 lead for them here at Suriano Field. 18:42 left to play. The Mercy Rule exceeds 10 goals worth and can go up to 12 goals before a running clock. Average high school cross games can range similarly to basketball between 90 to 120 minutes, an hour and a half to a 2-hour span. Again, Mount St. Dominic's Academy off to what is a very good start to the season for them. They struggled last year, only a 6-13 record, as whistles come in immediately, but Coach Weber anticipates that this team is very talented this year at all levels. both the JV and varsity level of action. 18:41 left to go. And we are right back into it. And once again, whistles come in. This time, they're going to give it to West Orange. And the Mountaineers can kickstart this play. One thing we've noticed, they start with a lot of time on the ball. They take their time in possession. As here they come up the field. Here's Dylan Wilkes, the leading senior. Also led the team last year in all statistics. There's a pass connection inside and a finish for the first goal of the game for the Mountaineers. This one finished by Nia McKinney, the freshman midfielder. Knocks the deficit to 3 in this 5-goal affair. So it's 4-1 now. A little miscommunication near the net. And a brilliant finish. And just like that, both teams are on the board today. Gabby Lipari in net for West Orange, for Mount St. Dominic, surrendering her first goal of today's action. A 4-1 difference. As whistles once again knock this play dead. It's been a common feat we've seen off the face-off. And after a long hold, we are right back into it. This one popped on up, controlled by West Orange, but a little bobble is taken by Mount St. Dominic. Here they come up the field. Aaron Murphy driving on, and this one cannot be finished at the key. Controlled by Mount St. Dominic in the back. An opportunity here. Swung on around. Here's Murphy. Murphy back on over. Fake screen from Mount St. Dominic. Here's an opportunity for Bevilacqua. Gives it away far side. Aaron Brown. Chip pass in the back for control. Little fake turn, move around. They'll swing around to the far side of the net. Back at the key. Here's a drive to the back of the net. A little rotation for Mount St. Dominic now. Good control. And good cradling with the stick we see from Mount St. Dominic. They'll drive on in. Here's an opportunity for Brooke Matias. And this one squeezes on in. For Mount St. Dominic, they take a 5-1 lead with 17:21 left to play here in the first half. Mount St. Dominic's leading the control, trying to move West Orange Girls Lacrosse to the same record as the baseball team at 4-6. As you can see, the baseball team practicing right behind us and ready for tomorrow's event versus Livingston. One of 2 big games we have on tap for you, as our cameraman today will turn into our play-by-play announcer tomorrow for Columbia of the Liberty Division and Seton Hall Prep across down here from West Orange of baseball of the American Division. Loaded baseball for you coming up here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHSNetwork. It's 5-1 Mount St. Dominic. New Jersey Interscholastic Girls Lacrosse League action for you here on the NFHSNetwork, the National Federation of High School Sports. Obviously, this year we're taking a look at some similar programs being dominant in both the boys and girls sections. Summit Lacrosse has been absolutely tremendous. Oak Knoll doing phenomenal as well. As the best private school, you'd say so far as Oak Knoll on the girls' side, and on the boys' side, the best private school can go to Seton Hall, Prep, Del Barton, or even Don Bosco. It's really up in the toss. Picked up, and a stripped pass is now taken away by the Lady Lions. Here they come. Aaron Murphy drives through multiple middies. Up the field now, she'll have to take on a core defense. She'll pass one inside, a turnaround, and a wraparound, but there is no finish available for Palumbo. Palumbo on the 1-2 will try and bury it, and she's denied as it will be picked up by Cambolis. Cambolis doing a great job in net as that pass cannot be connected. Little shove in the corner, and we do have a push call. The game more about possession on the girls' side of things as opposed to the boys' side of things, where it's more about checking, and the dimension's a little different. The girls' side, we really see more pass connecting. Driving in here. Backing out to the key. We see a little cut and curve from Murphy as she buries one into the back of the net. For a Lady Lions goal, they take a 6-1 lead. They are cruising and bruising through this West Orange squad. Under 17 minutes left to play here in the chilly first half of action in West Orange. It's been all Mount St. Dominic Academy. We saw West Orange sneak one on in. A little miscommunication in the back. In conclusion, though, Mount St. Dominic still cruising and in control. Remember, JV coming up next here. Will not be broadcasted on the NFHS Network. All varsity events for West Orange High School broadcasted on the NFHS Network, presented by D1 Media Pro. The ensuing face-off with 16.5 left to play here in the first half. A two official format, as usually seen for high school lacrosse. One for each side of the field as this face-off is popped up and controlled by West Orange. Here comes Meisner. Meisner turns and jolts. And her pass is punched away. A chase for it will be picked up at the midfield by Mount St. Dominic. There's a nice curl by Aaron McElroy. Here comes the Mount. Driving on and curling around and burying one into the back of the net for an MSDA goal. What a play by Kira Bevilacqua. And it's a 7-1 lead. West Orange will burn a timeout. Stay tuned. D1 Media page, NFHS Network. When one of the top public high school athletic programs in the state of New Jersey uses the #1 live stream in the nation.
Flip to Carson. He went the 90 yards on the kickoff return. He's trying to finish it off with a touchdown, and he does! Define Carson! Ball court. Passed on over to Capstraw. Capstraw will dive in past two players, and she's able to load up and score. That is the 1,000-point club type of play right there. You can't ask for better than that one. Pass the cross. Stick down by Murphy. Send a shot and deflected. They score!
2 now. We're at the 2:30 marker left in the game. Immaculate go quickly, but it has just costed them a good play there to stay on the West Orange side. Diving in quickly is Capstraw, and she herself is leading West Orange to a comeback. 5
on it along the far corner. Tries to send it in towards goal. Has a man! What a pass! What a goal! Emma Mitchell to Gianna Festino. Short shot on goal. On post. West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. What a thrilling game!
So a free kick for West Orange. She sends it towards the net.
But we don't score the game, we just call and record it. As the pitch from Bove with nobody on base swung on and missed, struck him out. Rosu now trying to get on the offensive side of things. Can he? Ooh, and he's able to work himself into a pin position. Can he earn the pin? He's got all 5 back points easily secured, and he pins him. So the first Rosu with the pinfall victory. A big victory for Rosu.
West Orange with a 5-0 win over Newark Central. I'm here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. All right, West Orange with a 6-1 win over Columbia. I'm here with 3 stars of the game: Emma Mitchell, Kaya Schultz, Gianna Festino.
So I'm Ryan Lowy from D1 Media Pro, and I'm joined with senior Kaya Schultz and junior Kylie Capstraw. West Orange girls varsity basketball season is over.
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore. Russo after a 5-0 victory for West Orange over Newark Central.
16-12 left to play here in the first half. 25-minute halves and a 7-1 lead for Mount St. Dominic's Academy of Caldwell, New Jersey. A private school, a non-public school in the playoff bracket, and then for the West Orange Mountaineers, a Group 4 program. Both teams off to better starts than last season. Mount St. Dominic's definitely on the more successful front. A 7-5 record coming into this one. Both teams coming off of first-round exits from the Essex County tournament. We have some boys county tournament action today as well in the quarterfinal round. And playoffs for all high school spring sports just coming up the first day of June. Off we go. Resuming action in the first half of play. 7-1. Mount St. Dominic. Here they come. Up the field. Gumpel. Give it away up to the front. Here's De Silva. De Silva from the key. Cuts on in past the defender. She's gonna bury one into the back of the net for a Mount St. Dominic's Academy goal. And the Lady Lions have an 8-1 lead. Making it look easy are the Mount. Cruising on through West Orange. And David Perez in his first season, and West Orange High School alumni and assistant soccer coach for the program, the goalies coach. I'll have a lot to say at the half. Also as well as Candace Christian and Dan Contreras, the assistant coaches for West Orange. The team was established in 2018 looking for their first winning season since the creation of the program. The boys team has been around for quite some time now. So here comes the face-off. Both teams pointing in the direction of the Mount off the goal. And as you can see, we have a little stick confusion here. The ref trying to organize it. The wind definitely not helping the situation as we're back into it. West Orange girls soccer county champions this year. A big win they had in the finals over the Livingston Lancers, a neighboring town. Mount St. Dominic's a quarterfinal exit. Here's a pass inside and a finish that's off the post. Oh, how close were the Mount there. Picked on up by West Orange. Here comes Asada Davis. In the back, though, the Mount take it back once again. From the back, there's a 1-2 connecting pass that's just a little too strong for the stick of Palumbo. Picked up in the back and kept in bounds, and now whistles may have said that she was out of bounds, and they will confirm that so. About 15 minutes left to play as the clock stops. And Coach Perez was mid-sentence with some of the players as that one is pickpocketed, and we have a whistle. Looks like checking. As it will now be taken away by West Orange, as this one is dropped right in the tracks of Meisner. Here comes the Mount. Up the field. In the back they control. Time for De Silva. She tries to drag on in. Gets back on out. Pass connection inside, and a 1-2 bury for the Mount as they are back up once again 9-1. First half power for Mount St. Dominic. Cruising past the Mountaineers here on this chilly Tuesday afternoon. And well, now that we have the time, Jacob, how cold are you on camera?
My nose is running. That's how cold I am.
It's been a cold day. 9-1 in favor of Mount St. Dominic in this 10-goal effort. And a face-off from the West Orange logo to get us back going with roughly 14 and a half left to play here in the first half of action. Nearing that clock-running mercy rule effort as there's a whistle. And West Orange will continue to progress forward. On the attack, curling on in, trying to finish is Wilkes. And that one cannot be executed as it will be picked up by the Mount. Tortorello. Here up the field comes Mount St. Dominic. Past the half marker with 14 left to go. Chucked on up. Two players go for it. One will pick it up for the Mount. Left on open. And throwing it just a little too high and going down is Aaron Murphy, missing a key opportunity there for the Mount. On that shot, they'll say West Orange was closest. They'll inbound that one. An opportunity for the Mount that cannot be salvaged. That's one you look back at and be unfortunately not so happy with. Here comes the Mount. Up the field. Past the half marker comes West Orange. from behind the net. Time now for what looks to be Liat Salama. As that one will try to be pumped on and picked up and then returned back in by Dylan Wilkes for a West Orange goal. They knock this one to a 7-1 difference, 7-2 difference now. In this big 9-2 game, it is Mount St. Dominic 9, West Orange 2 on this chilly day. Ryan Lowry and Jacob Gorin on the broadcast for you on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Some key subs made now by West Orange. Spearheaded by David Perez. $13.5 now left to go in the first half of action on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. And so the ball will be dropped in favor of this one still being sorted. The Mount defensive core picked it up at the midfield. Rushing on over with a lot of space. Here come the Mount. Here's Laniski as whistles come in. With 13 minutes left to go, roughly. A 9-2 Mount St. Dominic lead. They've controlled the pace of this one. Action resumes back. Opportunity now for the Mount. They control back from the outside. Back at the key. Here's Matthias. Matthias far side. And now behind the net. Work the Mount. On over now. Here's Matthias. Backing up on a 1-2. She finds it again. Matthias. Off the pass from Kurtz. Far side. This one will be picked on up by Bevilacqua. Popped on up now. And controlled out in the back by Kurtz. Finally, the skirmish is taken away by West Orange. Here they come up the field. Found now by McSharry, and McSharry will lose it at the half marker. A very good defensive takeover there by Tess McKiernan. The defender and midfielder on the roster knows how to handle plays like those as whistles come in. And the Mount needs to return a player back to the defensive side. Excuse me, West Orange. And from the 50, here we go. Mount on control. They curl on up. Pass connection on over to Matthias. From far side here, control the Mount from the back. Time for De Silva. Back on over to Brooke Matthias. On up. The Mount trying to work a finish. Here is number 12, Bevilacqua. And the junior will now try and fake and dive on in. 11:40. Matthias. Swivels round, finds one inside, splitting the defenders. And this two-handed finish is saved, but picked on up again. Handed on over, and Brooke Matthias lays that one home. And Mount St. Dominic has a 10-2 lead. And that is a big goal for the Mount. They will now celebrate on the field as Matthias has done it. Mount will celebrate on the field. What a special moment. A surmountable 100 career goals. And a timeout is charged to Mount St. Dominic, but that is 100 career goals for Brooke Matthias. So we're going to step aside, but it's celebration time for the Mount. They lead 10-2.
one of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams, gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down! Corey Floyd! A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and one. Lawrence with Floyd to lob it up for the slam! Too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd. Brings it in and one on the lob. Thought about the three. Drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Here with Corey Floyd after a tough... Wilcher, three. Got it! Simeon Wilcher is fired up! And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Out here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Serene driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay it, build the basket. Marcus here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
100 career goals for Brooke Matthias here in West Orange. She did it to try and help her team's cause in game number 13 to a 8-win season to this point forward, as West Orange will make their way back on out to the field with roughly 11 minutes left to play here in the first half before we see a 10-minute break for the second half of action. It's been all Mount St. Dominic. Good control from the key. All the passing has been all credited to them. A special thank you to Mr. Stefan Zakella, the AD of West Orange Athletics. And to Mr. Lorenzo Sozio, the AD of Mount St. Dominic's Academy Athletics. Also a softball coach for a program that's seen himself off to a great start to the year, a 13-2 record. And for the lacrosse front, also doing an excellent job so far this year as we're back on over. Here comes the Mount. Down the floor comes Murphy. Murphy from outside the circle. Good control. Far over to Liana Gumpel. Up top to Matthias. And close side. Curling around is Murphy. Up top once again to Bevilacqua. Under 11 minutes. Bevilacqua is going to take her time. A 10-2 lead for the Mount in this 12-goal game. Inching towards that mercy rule that'll run the clock. Bevilacqua curls around. Can't find her way on in. She'll reset at the top. Time for Matthias. As she tries to play it on, and this one is picked on up by West Orange. And now it will be pushed up the field. A ground pass there by Robinson that cannot be handled by McSherry. A miscommunicating scoop will find the ball picked up by the Mount. Curling on around is Murphy. And taken away once again by West Orange on the interception. Here comes Skylar Lassiter. Lassiter curls around. At the half marker, she will run. Well, under 10 minutes now left to play in the first half of action on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Here comes West Orange. McKinney. And at the back we have whistles. It'll be given to the advantage now of West Orange. A little communication with the keeper and putting it back on into play from outside the crease, Nia McKinney. McKinney will now challenge the keeper. Huge opportunity for West Orange off the whistle. McKinney buries one into the back of the net for the third Mountaineers goal of the lead of the game. And a 10-3 difference. It is a 13-goal game now, and it is 10-3. Mount St. Dominic. 9:37 left to go in the first half. And off the whistle, we are back in play. In the air, this one will be handled by West Orange, but taken once again by Mount St. Dominic. Currently landing, diving is Matthias. Matthias in towards the crease. A pass connection inside, and this one cannot be handled. Bevilacqua turns it over, but it's right back in Mount's possession from the outside. Kurtz swung on around deep. Struggling to control is Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown towards the second blue crease. Back on out to Bevilacqua. Having a great game today. Bevilacqua dives on in, and she sneaks one into the back of the net for a Mount St. Dominic's Academy goal. That's 11 for Mount St. Dominic today. And once again, congratulations to Brooke Matthias. 100 career high school lacrosse goals to her name. 11-3, Mount St. Dominic controlling the pace of this one. And a face-off from the center. Back in we go. Struggling to control are the Mount as it's scooped on up. Murphy up the field. Past the football 20. Tries to fake out a defender. Doesn't need to use the option, but will use one in the back instead. Struggling to control is Aaron Brown. She's able to keep it in. Behind. Brown. On over. Murphy. Back up top. Here's Matthias. And now controlled on around. Good control here by the Mount as they will try and burn some time here in this first half. Here's Matthias. The pass connection inside is tipped in the air. And this one will be pushed away by West Orange and easily picked up by Brooke Matthias. 100 career goals for her as there she is trying to give herself an assist she can. There's a goal for Mount St. Dominic. They lead 12-3, a 9-goal difference. That one slotted into the back of the net. And now some quick Mount St. Dominic substitutions on this chilly day. As we can see some players checking for the first time this game. Once again, it is 12-3. Mount St. Dominic. 5-12 last season were West Orange, with wins over High Point twice, Union Catholic, Parsippany, and Irvington. And they have 4 wins this season at Pope John, at Boonton, and at East Side, as well as Parsippany. So all away victories, still trying to look for their first home victory. And it's going to be a long, long road here on this windy day to try and find themselves back into it. Here comes Bridgers now. Excuse me, this is Wilkes. Wilkes, pass connection inside and getting pushed away and unable to finish is Lassiter. Whistles will come in. And from the big crease, it's the opportunity now for West Orange. And off the whistle. This one is saved. And going on the ground and picked up by Mount St. Dominic. Up the field goes Murphy. Murphy being chased by McKinney. Passed inside. Murphy finishes. Aaron Murphy, the sophomore. The attacker attacks on in. And it's a 10-goal difference, 13-3. Mount St. Dominic. here in the first half of play. 3 goals by West Orange has not proven to be decisive enough in this one, as the Mount tacks on 10 alongside that. And we're sneaking towards that mercy rule clock, which has just entered this one, a running clock at the 10-goal difference. That goal, a humongous change in pace to this one. So face-off now coming off the whistle. And this face-off will be picked up by West Orange. Meisner up the field. 6.5. From the back, Meisner will take her time. Highest number on the West Orange roster today. Once again, a running clock in this 13-3 lead. Meisner tries to curl on in. She's pit-pocketed. But a very nice effort there from Zoe McSherry. McSherry back on over to Wilkes. Wilkes will take her time. West Orange without 4 players today. Josephine Lucrecio is sick. Caitlin Bridgers is injured, as well as Jamison Tenzer. And Stephanie Andron, the starting goalkeeper. 15:50 here in the first half. West Orange curling around. Here's Zoe McSherry. Pass connection on inside. This finish is just wide from Dylan Wilkes. Just off the key. Would have been a huge slot finish for West Orange, but it doesn't get buried. Mount were closest to the shot. They will control. Strolling to pick it on up. They're able to do so as it's taken away, and we have a checking call. And this one will be pushed in the direction of the Mount. Played on in by Brooke Matias. Here comes the Mount. Up the field is De Silva, who will take her time. Back up to Matias. And on over. Under 5 minutes left to go here in this running clock first half of action. Then we have 25 minutes straight of girls lacrosse coming up for you here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network here from West Orange, New Jersey. It's been a chilly day. And well, us here in the booth are so privileged to only have 1 sweatshirt to share. So I will be surrendering mine for the second half to our cameraman Jacob Gorn, braving out the cold. Curling around is Brooke Matias. Back up top. 4:15 left to go as this one is unable to be handled. Inside, there's a slot finish for the Mount. This one from Ali Palumbo. And it's 14-3, Mount St. Dominic with under 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. And the clock will continue to run. A commanding lead by the Mount as their bench is getting ready for the JV game coming up next here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Presented to you by NJ Orthopedics and Mr. Michael C. Rusinella of Clifton, New Jersey. Once again, a very, very chilly day. Obviously must feel different on the field moving around. Up here, very chilly in our little press box facility. Special thank you to Mr. Stefan Zachello for inviting us here today. As this one punched up on the whistle and controlled by the Mount off the face-off. Just about 3 minutes left to go. From outside the crease are the Mount. Peluso, excuse me, not Peluso. That would be number 16 De Silva as it's back on out for the Mount. This one controlled by Palumbo. Back up to the key to Matias. On over. Tough movement by Bella LaCapra. LaCapra's pass is intercepted. Here comes West Orange down the other side. Sabina Robinson Here she comes past the half marker. She'll be swarmed by two and pit-pocketed near the Mountaineers, the Mount St. Dominic bench. A good defensive play by the Mount. They will take over once again. Here they come up the field. Colombo will take her time, trying to find help. And her pass is a little wild, as that one there will be picked on up by Aaron Brown. To Silva. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Behind the net. Far side pass. Back on over. Found by Matthias as she'll work defensively. On over to the Derek Jeter number of number 2, Tess McKiernan. Matthias. 80 seconds now left to play. They'll work all the way from the back. And some good press here from West Orange. And as the Mount will wind down this first half, controlled all by them. Close side pass, curling on in is Bevilacqua. And she swings it on back. 55 seconds left to go. Matthias swarmed. Keeps her calm and is able to find far side. 45 seconds. Swinging around is La Capra. And on the floor we have whistles coming in, and West Orange will take over with 35 seconds left to go in this first half. An abbreviated second half coming up with a 25-minute running clock. 14-3 is the score difference in this one. Played back in. Matthias with 10 seconds left to go. Burns a lot of clock as this one is turned over. West Orange will try and get something going, but McSharry loses it. On the ground, this one is picked on up, and that will do a first half of action. That is blown dead, so it's been all West Orange struggles as Mount St. Dominic has a 14-3 lead here in the first half. Stay tuned for a second half of action, a fresh 25 minutes, coming up next here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network.
Screen pass out in the flat, caught, and it's a touchdown for St. Peter's. O'Donnell swinging away, puts it over the shortstop's head. That's a base hit. It'll score one. Faraz on his way home. Throw is not in time. Going quickly, Bullock takes the snap, throws to the far side, wide open, touchdown.
In there, called strike 3 looking. Mulcahy strikes out the side. He's perfect through 2.
Now up ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Bigwitz. They score! Michael Bigwitz for St. Peter's Pep. Bounced on the ground to short. Faraz Fields flip to O'Donnell 1, throw on to first in time for a double play. We'll look back out there for the Marauders. He takes the snap, looking over the middle, has a man, and he scores, reels it in. 35, stick on to defenders, 2 on to the 20. Once again. Hit in the air to deep center field. Sicka moving on the back at the wall. It's gone! Ellis Reed with a 2-run blast. And the Marauders have a 6-0 lead.
St. Peter's Prep has the best coverage for its student athletes. Why don't you?
Want to learn how to be a talk show host? Want to be a great play-by-play announcer?
That's good!
You always have to be prepared for something to happen.
Thank you, Gary.
Sure, thank you, Matthew.
Good evening, everybody. Today is Super Bowl 54. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers.
But sometimes there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot going on. There's a lot on your mind.
Arizona is a tough out right now.
I think the Chiefs come out of it.
He speaks beautifully.
to speak in front of people, learning how to have a conversation, learning to ask questions. These are skills that will help you in whatever you do in your life.
It's hard to get to everything we have going on here. I mean, this high school has so much. And now you're offering the ability to watch those events without having to travel there.
My dad travels a lot, so he likes to watch the events. Like if I'm playing a volleyball game and he can't make it, he'll watch it and he loves it.
I think it was homecoming. It was Friday night, and it was a punt return. And I returned it all the way back for a touchdown. And then, of course, I showed all my family members, and they really liked it. They liked to see what their family members can do.
Golden Lions.
I think this broadcast is essential because our team is global, and we got people all over the world going to watch the game. So without this, there's no way they can do that.
These kids and these players feel loved, they feel important, and by broadcasting it, you have a bigger group that you're reaching that allows them to know those kids.
Are you interested in pursuing a career in sports marketing or creating impactful sports content? You can get experience in high school by being a part of the RISE program powered by Ortho Carolina. It will give you a head start on an exciting career. The RISE program exposes students to industry professionals and gives them real-world experience by creating content and marketing the teams at their own high school. To find out how you can be a part of RISE, email us at contact@readinessandsportseducation.org.
One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down. Corey Floyd. A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and one. Lawrence with Floyd, he'll lob it up for the slam! Too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd, lays it in and one on the lob. Thought about the three, drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Here with Corey Floyd after a tough 6. Wilcher, three, got it! Simeon Wilcher is fired up! And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Sering driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, through the basket. Marcus Cerroti here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
This New Jersey, that was. I can't see it. Blacked out. It's blurred. Well, it's supposed to be blurry.
This one's obvious.
Blackhawks or Ducks?
So obvious. Oh no! 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 Blackhawks! Blackhawks!
What did you say the first time? I didn't even
I said Rangers. It's Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's Blackhawks.
I'm in Chicago was the home team twice, so this is not a gimme series for Edmonton. But I still make the other system.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite, in conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology. Specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Touchdown.
Second half of action getting underway here in Essex County, New Jersey's West Orange High School. Well, what we thought was a chilly day up here, really down there is a beautiful day. You can really tell the difference. As up top here in the press box, we're getting a lot of wind. You can still see the effect down on the field, on the movement of the ball, but much less chilly down there. A 14-3 lead for Mount St. Dominic's Academy, the visitors. We switch sides for the second half of action. Ryan Lowey and Jacob Gorin. As now Jacob Gorin's going to give us a preview of tomorrow's Seton Hall baseball game.
Seton Hall, very good team. Columbia, so very good team. Should be a very good game.
It doesn't get any more complicated than that. A 14-3 game here. I was actually hoping for a little bit more of a preview on like the Nomura brothers, maybe Chris Maldonado. He's agreeing. 14-3 difference in favor of Mount St. Dominic. Back in we go. And the Mount will control. The clock will not stop at all as the Mount will swing it around back to the keeper's end. From the back, the Mount will control. Again, really just working on burning time. They've really built up a strong 11-goal lead difference as we're now going to take a look at the upcoming schedule for Mount St. Dominic's Academy. They are coming off of a loss into this one. 2 back-to-back losses. A 9-8 difference versus Governor Livingston. A close one against Union County foes. And then a 9-3 loss versus Columbia in the Essex County tournament. The clock will run. Coming up next, they have Kinnelon on the road. A far Morris County school. They will also see Livingston on 5-6. They will then be at Riverdale. They will host Montville. They'll be at Villa Walsh in a little battle of the all-girls private schools of northern New Jersey. Villa Walsh having a solid start to the year. A profound track and cross-country school. And then they will be hosting Irvington. That is their next 6 games on the schedule, according to NJ.com. More to come as well. A possibility of reschedules, games missed, as here West Orange will try and dig in. There's one saved in the back. And now for West Orange. After today's event, they will be at Cedar Grove on 5-7. Then they will host High Point, about an hour and 20 minutes away from here. Then they will host Rutherford. They will visit Columbia and North Warren, the 3-day difference there. And then they themselves will take on Irvington. So both teams have a common foe within the Knights of Irvington coming up on their schedules. Irvington, a 1-12 team this year, looking for more wins to come. They have 5 games left on the schedule. And not too much of a threat in the Essex County tournament for this year. 22.5 left to play. Bevilacqua. Will take her time. Congratulations to Brooke Matias. The first half highlight, scoring her 100th goal here on the road in West Orange. Driving on in with a lot of space and a lot of real estate, resulting in no prevail as Antonia Cambolis, the senior goalie on the save, her pass is deflected out but in the crease, and they will give it back for a restart and play. Under 22 minutes left to play here in the second half of action. Ryan Lowy joined alongside Jacob Gorn on camera, trying to have some fun up here, listening to some pregame music. I really liked the pregame tunes. What was your opinion on the pregame tunes?
They were good.
They were just good. Good description. Here comes West Orange. Up the floor, past the half marker. This one is stripped and picked up by West Orange. Gunned up the field. And controlled now. Here comes Matthias. Given away now. Far side are the mount. Brooke Matthias' run cannot be executed as there's time on the ball for Ali Palumbo. 21 minutes left to play. From the outside, here's Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua. Passed on up Matthias, the 1-2 finish. Squandered at the line and saved. A good effort by Antonia Cambolis. 20 and a half left to play. As you can see, Coach Mike Weber on the sideline, walking from line to line, taking game notes, probably also using our footage for help as well. Privilege of hiring D1 Media Pro for all broadcasts and events. We offer you game footage for coaches to review all across the nation on the NFHSNetwork, the National Federation of High School Sports. And if you haven't heard, D1 Media is around as well in other regions and areas like North Carolina. We will have some Charlotte football, Huff Huskies football, a ton of football to come. Olympic Knights football, plenty of football. Not just from New Jersey's best, but also from North Carolina. If you gotta love high school football, if you go to West Orange too, because they had quite the year. I was on the broadcast with Jacob Gorn for most home and away games, and through their playoff run where they won the first game versus Westfield here at Suriano, and then traveled to Paul Brown Stadium in East Orange, the home of East Orange campus. As West Orange will drive in, a pit-pocketed finish is not available. On the floor, this one will be shaded on up, and whistles will draw the play dead once again. There was Tess McKiernan for them out. Whistles coming in once again. That clock's still running. 19 minutes left to play. A 7.5 minutes conclusion just 6 minutes ago. And now it's starting to get warmer again. Here comes the mount up the turf. A side switch after the first half, as per protocol. Lacapra over to Bevilacqua. Pass connection inside cannot be controlled. Attempted scoop by Brown. Far side, Gumpel. And this one fits into the back of the net for Mount St. Dominic's Academy goal. They lead 15-3. Sneaking on a 20-goal effort. 15-3 lead. As now Jacob Gorn would like to enter the broadcast.
Just want to say, definitely tell the running clock. Mount is a lot more willing to take those slashes, those things would normally be stoppages, just give West Orange less of a chance to score.
Yeah, definitely willing to control the ball more as well and swing it around. Better effort for them. Under 18 minutes now left to play. A special thank you to Kylie Capstraw for running the book today for West Orange. Got to catch up with the star athlete at halftime, who's committed to continue to wear that blue at the college basketball level for Yale of the Ivy League. Very impressive, some athletes. We had some football players. One of them had Temple offers and didn't go forward with it, but still very impressive. Makai Green. And next year the team should be very good. Their freshman team went undefeated. JV team, a solid record, no complaints, of 8-3. The freshman team highlighted a game that was broadcasted on the D1 Media page on a victory against East Orange to keep themselves undefeated, taking down another undefeated program in Essex County. Apologies, just catching up our clock as it froze. We're notified of the technical difficulties. Track practice going around the field. At the moment, looks like cool-down runs operating in time for some meets this week on the West Orange athletic schedule, which is available on the West Orange athletic website. From the outside, control for Wilkes. Passed on in, a turnaround, wraparound shot. That one is finished by Brooke Meisner. 15-4 splits the difference. Sneaking on a 20-goal game. An executed shot there with 16-20 in running. Left to go here in West Orange, New Jersey. Got 15 minutes now until JV warm-ups are underway. JV game to follow here at Suriano Field. Just excellent athletic facilities here at West Orange. We have a practice and locker room bubble to our left, if we'd like to be able to show that on camera real soon. On over comes West Orange. They'll now try and dive on in. Fields up to the key to Meisner. And that pass is too strong and controlled by Wilkes. Wilkes tries to curl on in, spin move, wraps around and tries to finish that one. It is saved in net. Gabby Lapari locked down in net for the Mount. 15 minutes now left to go. West Orange will curl on in. McSherry gives it away far side. Time for West Orange. Back on it is McSherry. She curls around, weaves on in. She'll lay one into the back of the net for a West Orange goal. A goal that makes it a 10-score difference. West Orange taking advantage of the Mount's second half. Confident sloppiness. .14:30 now left to play, as we would now like to show the beautiful bubble facility here at West Orange. That is a locker room as well as stretching site for the West Orange athletes. It's really a great facility here in West Orange, New Jersey. And we're proud to be able to showcase it on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Tomorrow, West Orange is on the road versus Livingston at the Livingston Oval. Passed inside, and Brooke Matias is denied at the line. Some traffic outside the crease that'll be swept up by the keeper. A good effort by the swarmed Cambolis, and whistles come on in as Matias is finally called of the many Mounters. That we're stepping on the heels. Back in comes West Orange. And they will now reset from the crease with Cambolis giving it away, and right off of it, there's a over-the-back finish that cannot succeed. A tough break for the Mount. 13-15. And last left to play, as whistles will come in once again. And we will reset action. West Orange on the ball. It's 12:45. Here they come up the field. Spurt of energy as here they come past the half marker. Mount seem to be jogging through this one. Here is the star Dylan Wilkes. Wilkes spins around. She curves one on. It is saved in net. A primetime save by Gabby Lapari. That's how you prep for postseason, a save like that. Here comes the Mount, and oh, there's a hard hit. A crushing one. Is going down there for the Mount. And looking to be okay is Tess McKiernan, the senior defender and midfielder. As there's being a good teammate right there, Bella LaCapra, making sure she's all right. With around 12 left to play. Chucked on up. Far side, this pass is connected. Good control here by the Mount. Far side to Silva. Cuts in and out. Back up top. And whistles come in. And we're waiting to see what the call is on this one. But it looks to be that it will be Mount possession. 11-20, as this is going to be a foul that is executed into the back of the net for the Mount. That one from Brooke Matias. Another goal on the day for her. And the Mount hold a 16-5 lead here in West Orange. That one easily punched into the back of the net off a foul. Under 11 minutes left to play. Ryan Lowy and Jacob Gorn on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. West Orange, JV all sweatshirted up and ready to go for what could be roughly a 5:45, 6 o'clock start time. Ten and a half left to play. And we are back underway. Picked up by the Mount. Here's a breakaway opportunity. Little pass connection and a finish from far. Squeezed into the back of the net. It's a goal for Mount St. Dominic. And a 17-5 lead. There's another good finish. And the Mount are in cruise control with under 10 minutes now left to play in the second half of action. Ryan Lowy and Jacob Gorn, I'd like to thank you for joining us here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network on this windy but nice Tuesday afternoon. The eve of a doubleheader of baseball tomorrow on the D1 Media Pro page. Slow restart to play. Here off the face-off from the middle. Over 20 face-offs today since the opening face. 17 goals from Mount St. Dominic. Here they come again. Murphy, swarmed by Mountaineers, is able to punch it away. And this one will be controlled by West Orange. McSharry, and it's taken away. Here comes West Orange, and here comes Murphy, who curls on back. Murphy, Bevilacqua. Back up top. Spun around, Gumpel. Far side, this one will roll out. And since it was a pass, it will be taken away by West Orange. Only on shots is it whoever's close. Does that team control possession? $8:20 left to play here in the second half. Here comes West Orange. Meisner. And this one is controlled by the Mount. Still loose. Once again picked up by the Mount. Here they come. Up towards the football attacking 40. Under 8 minutes left to go. Basin time for Brown. Aaron Brown off the most recent goal for Mount St. Dominic. Tries to push one on up, making it look like a field hockey affair. As whistles come in and confirm the continue of the attack for Mount St. Dominic. In this scrappy attack, they will now try and control possession and try and work an 18th goal into the back of the net today. Controlling the pace of this one has been their motto. It's been their success. There's a pass inside and an easy finish for Mount St. Dominic. And number 12, Kira Bevilacqua. It doesn't stop for the Mount. They keep powering on through as they hold a commanding lead. As you can hear, head coach David Perez giving some instructions for his Mountaineers. Still trying to develop play, a lot of season left to play. Looking at a early June, very late May, last couple days of May, start time for the playoffs. In the air, and controlled by Mount St. Dominic. Up the field, here comes Murphy. From the key, Gumpel. And now she plays it far side to now getting a call. Christina Kurtz. 6 minutes now left to play in the second half here in West Orange. Across the street, baseball working on bunting practice for tomorrow. And the JV teams of both programs warming up in the respective track bubble sides. 5:50 in the air. This one is loose and controlled by the Mount. By West Orange. Here's McSherry. Up, she's going to give it to Wilkes. Wilkes cradling powerfully through. Curves on in. And outside. Pass connection inside. Chasing around, spinning around, and unable to finish is Zoe McSherry. Good connection and good work there by the two prime players, Zoe McSherry, the freshman, and the senior Dylan Wilkes. The core of the program, working with the future of the program to try and put in some goals. And again, West Orange, one of the younger public schools in the area. A lot of talent to develop for the coming years as this one is popped up in the air and cannot be laid on in. On the ground, this one will be picked on up and saved. Whistles are now coming in to confirm the call. Under 5 now. Left to play in the game. And now we're taking a look at West Orange, controlling with Dylan Wilkes. Wilkes, waiting for the whistle now. Is the confusion in this one so far? 4:20. Wind starting to pick up once again here in West Orange. And now whistles. Wilkes trying to find a lane. Swarmed on all angles. She'll curl around on a one-on-one. Pass inside connection, and the finish is denied. Meisner can't get it in. She picks up her own rebound. She can't finish. And on this loose ball, it'll be picked up by number 8, Zoe McSherry. And McSherry back to Dylan Wilkes. Under 4 minutes now left to play in this one. The home stretch of this ball game. Meisner. Inside, working with McKinney to finish that one. And it's a goal for West Orange. A 12-goal difference now. See, now turns into as it is all Mount St. Dominic, but West Orange able to cap one on in as that 12-goal difference is now turned in to 11. So the score change, apologies on our front, 17-6 in favor of Mount St. Dominic, with now under 3 minutes left to play in this one. Looking forward to that May weather that's coming in. Still chilly this spring season. That's getting towards its half marker. Dylan Wilkes finishes one and buries it. One of the better goals of the day goes to Dylan Wilkes. As we're taking a look at the scoreboard here at the field, it now says 8-17. It's the official scoreboard, so we have to follow it. It doesn't mathematically add up. But that's what the scoreboard says, so that's what we will follow. 17-8 in favor of Mount St. Dominic's as they capture this one as their 8th win of the season. 2:05 left to play in the second half. Whistles come in. In the air, this one will be moving in the direction of West Orange. Under 2 minutes. Dylan Wilkes wants to bury another one. She curls in, and she can do such. Dylan Wilkes with the powerful finish. That was quite the finish there by Dylan Wilkes. And a timeout is called by West Orange. As it looks like head coach David Perez wants to play another 1:40 of action here in West Orange. As the wind blows through. Some quick Mount St. Dominic substitutions, and well, that timeout calls for the officials to take their time. Now putting this one back into play. MKA track now active here too. MKA calling this West Orange baseball field their home this year as well, due to their facility being under construction. In a very away-heavy season they have, they do call some home games home here at West Orange, some divisional games. Still 1:37 left to play. As we will now, with the whistle, resume the closing moments of action. 8-17 says the scoreboard still. Obviously confusion on that front, but that is what the official scoreline says. Here comes West Orange, curling around, passed on over, cannot be controlled by Brooke Meisner. 1:10 now left to go. A mishap here. She's scooped on up. And now time for the 100-goal Brooke Matthias as she plays it on up and will now struggle to get it back and will scoop it up outside the crease. She swarms. She'll go down. Whistles come in her favor with 50 seconds. And now the clock stopping due to West Orange cracking within that 10-goal radius. 49 seconds. And Brooke Matthias will play this one on in. With the clock resuming now. Off the whistle, Matthias. And it'll be saved by the keeper. And it will be picked up on the outside core by West Orange to run this one out. Whistles come in with 20 seconds, roughly. Driving on in is the Mount. Complaints from the West Orange fan section as this one is in the danger zone and scooped on up. 11 seconds. They stop this clock with confusion. And whistles come in to continue to play on. Here comes West Orange. Up the field as they will finish this ball game in favor of Mount St. Dominic. As the Lady Lions win this one 17-8 over the hosting West Orange Mountaineers. They move to 8 wins on the season and give West Orange another loss. They'll have to win another day to see their first home loss of the year. Their home win of the year, excuse me. So I'd like to thank you for joining us. My name is Ryan Lau. I was joined with Jacob Gorin on camera on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network, and we wish all of you a wonderful rest of your evening.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Fraser. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch.